Are you truly aware of what you are saying? And what I mean by this is, I've been in the self development and spiritual world for a very long time, and I've been very conscious about how powerful your words are. It wasn't until I started to really form a better relationship with myself and I started to look into my triggers and started to look into my wounds and how I would speak to others, my close friends or my partner, about certain grievances that I had, that I realized that I was tripping myself up with what I was saying, not only externally to other people, but internally to myself. The thing is your words are energy, and what you say is literally what you were creating reality wise. I didn't realize that I was unconsciously airing my grievances to my family members and my loved ones because it was a safe space. I was having a vent, and it wasn't until I saw a video, it was only a 30-second video, where the lady said, as a neurolinguistic specialist, these very words are so powerful if you use them, and whatever follows them will dictate to your brain exactly what you are. You can't create a new life with the same identity that created the chaos. And if you keep saying things like, I'm stuck, your brain will go, copy that, I'll make sure you stay there. Because your nervous system is always listening. And here's what's wild. Your brain doesn't know the difference between imagination and reality. So when you say something like, I'm always anxious, or I'm not good at love, your brain logs that in your internal blueprint. It recruits your reticular activating system. That's the part of your brain that filters what you notice. Say I'm unlucky, and suddenly you can't see open doors. Say I'm not creative, and your ideas dry up. The mind becomes the bouncer that blocks your own evolution. Language is not just descriptive, it's directive. That's why I am statements are so powerful. They're like mini hypnosis scripts. NLP, manifestation, and spirituality all agree that I am is a command to the subconscious. It's a spell. So the question is, what are you casting every time you open your mouth? For example, say you keep saying, I'm lost, I don't know where I'm headed. Instead of saying that, maybe say, I'm remembering who I am, or I'm in the in-between, but I'm not off track, or I'm becoming someone who trusts in divine timing. This isn't fake positivity. This is neurological repatterning. You're building new neural pathways, new grooves in the brain that align with possibility. And when we say them over and over again, we override the old patterns. That is why consistency is key. But it is also really important to choose statements that are neutral, that feel more aligned. Now, a lot of us are guilty of this, of falling into the victimhood mentality, the victim spiral. And it doesn't always sound like, why me? Sometimes it's always like this. Or people never choose me. Or I've tried everything. It's heavy, it's sticky, and weirdly, it's comfortable and easy to say. But the thing is your nervous system loves the familiar, even if it's painful. If your identity has been shaped by struggle, chaos, or waiting to be rescued, stepping into your power feels foreign, and foreign can feel unsafe. So we sabotage, we hesitate, and we say, ugh, this is just who I am. But it's not. It's the version of you that you had to be in order to survive. It's the narrative that you've been running for a very long time. But if you really want change, it's time to change the script, that inner narrative. And here's what I'd suggest you try instead when you feel yourself spiraling. First and most important thing is to pause, take a breath. And sometimes I will literally put my hand on my chest and say this, even if you barely believe it, because every time you make a a shift in the direction of changing, it gets easier over time. I'm safe to change. I'm allowed to become someone new. I am not my past. I am the author of what comes next. Language like this gently opens the gate between the old self and the one that you're becoming. Because sometimes when you say fake it till you make it, sometimes we're so hardwired in a certain way that it's very hard when we're trying to say, I'm a billionaire when you clearly are not. By using gentle language that is believable, it can make the change and the transition from the old self to the new self a lot more easier and a lot more smoother. And as I mentioned before, when you say it often enough, you rewire your brain, you regulate your nervous system, and you shift your frequency. Next time you catch yourself saying, I'm stuck, try saying this instead. Say, I'm pausing on purpose. I'm in the moment between chapters. Or if you're feeling broken, say, I'm being rebuilt. The thing is your words are not fluff. They're not filler. They are vibrational blueprints, and they are powerful. They echo out, not only into your mind, but into your body and out into the field. So speak like someone who believes change is possible. When you change the inside, the outside will reflect back. Even if your heart is still catching up, even if you're still working on shedding your identity, say this: I am in a state of becoming. I'm in a process of becoming. And literally, that is the beginning of everything. Change starts and ends with you. We were given free will as humans, and it really comes down to the choices that you make.